Hello there, good morning and welcome to the Sports Update here on the Max Morning Show. My name is Mutala Yakubu. We are here on the sober notes because he said, no, and I've been anthem Christian Atsu. And the maestro, Abedi Ayu Pele, one ene Hukeni, Maha, the spokesperson for the Ayu family, to Anamon visited Atsu's family home at Ogbojo here in Accra. And they made some donation there. They donated 50 cartons of water to the family. Say omonfa omonyema until the final funeral rites na ebebaso. That one to the representative. And now who Abedi Ayu and na just the maestro himself. What didn't say esumna no. Chelsea said this is a big issue. Idea to Nipa because Atsu is one person that is closer to the maestro because of the link with his son. In Abedi Ayu Pele and the Ayu family led by Fifi Taki and Ramuko Piemo Atsu Atsu family house in Ogbojo. Donation of 50 cartons of water and the Christian Atsu family. They will sit down with the government and actually bring out the date for the final funeral rites. Away from Christian Atsu, young Mura, Celastete camp. You know, Celastete, 2009, on a day, Ghana under 20, AG, the World Cup in Egypt. Celastete, for some time now, he has been unwell. And Tinachese, and Yama Anshedan Kuyeman, he has been actually fighting for a year, Womubonosa, Womuwini, a year under 20, Yakasi, and the Bemomo, since 2000. And another ministry for youth and sports, and Radi donated 50,000 Ghana cedi to Celastete. So on now, function of officer Celastete has been unwell and who shots the mono Celastete receiving the money from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And we are calling on more organizations and even corporate bodies. This is Celastete. Sebi Obe Freeman Sani Akaino. So we should remember him now that he is unwell. Celastete is one of the best coaches this country has ever produced. Away from Celastete, Muremo, Egypt, where the under-20 AFCON is currently ongoing, and South Sudan and the Congo, Asia Kind, and also there was Uganda against Central African Republic.
So match 4 of this African Cup of Nations under-20s tournament. Saw South Sudan playing their very first game in the competition's history. A proud moment for them. It did almost lead early on when she just saw Agobombo Becky Abashe missed that open goal, but really across the piece, Congo were the stronger side. They led just before half-time when Deogracias Besinga scored. He deservedly won the Player of the Match award, and across the majority of the first half, they dominated the run of the play. Congo, the winners on their own patch back in 2007, but in the second half, Congo continued to put the pressure on. And that didn't. They drew 1-1 against Côte d'Ivoire 8 years later. Had their moment late on in the game, a moment that Arnavi Momboli will want to forget. Great persistence from Agombobuki Abashe to set up Paul Mara, the substitute, shimmying inside and scoring in the 83rd minute to make it 2-1 and give South Sudan hope. But ultimately it was Congo who held out here and take the 3 points in the second match of Group B. An entertaining contest, but it is the Red Devils who win against the Bright Stars by the same scoreline that we saw Uganda beat the Central African Republic by earlier on in the day here at this Total Energy. Plenty of pressure from South Sudan in stoppage time to get a point, but it is defeat for them. So the third match of this Total Energies Under-20 African Cup of Nations here in Egypt. Saw the Uganda up against the Central African Republic. And it was lovely instinctive flick from Isma Mugulus that gave Uganda the lead. 3 minutes into the second half, Titus Sematimba with the header. There was Mugulus to, with that improvised bit of magic, turn it in. Group shot in celebration, clearly pre-rehearsed by the Ugandan players. That was a nice moment, and 1-0 became 2-0 with just over a quarter of an hour left. A gorgeous turn from Jean-Paul Dembe, and how about that finish? That went a long way to confirm this time is to reach at least the semi-finals of this competition, and that would give them automatic passage into the Under-20s World Cup. It was pretty even first half without too many clear-cut chances, but Uganda were much the better side in the second half. They did though switch off in the 5th minute of stoppage time, a long ball forward finding Boris Benu, who produced a fine finish that gave a few nervous moments late on for Uganda, who ultimately did manage to hold out though to start their campaign off with a 2-1 win. That ball forward from Fanuel Koyakoge finding Benu, did his bit, but on the balance of play, it was a deserved victory for the Hippos against the Wild Beasts. Benu's goal proving to be just a consolation. So it is Uganda who take...
also beating Central African Republic yesterday and called the Italian Serie A, where Torino were in action against Cremonese, ended 2-2. The round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League returns today. There are 2 big games to look forward to. First one, because of Germany, that is Frankfurt coming up against Napoli. Napoli are in some superb form, and they are looking to win the Champions League. Omaka say they will want to go all the way. So from Germany, the biggest game of the round would be at Anfield. It is Liverpool who are coming up against Real Madrid. Big game. And also Ebekoso in there. So Frankfurt against Napoli, and Liverpool also taking on Real Madrid. 2 big games to look forward to in the UEFA Champions League round of 16. Ebekoso in there. I'm going to be cinema call because 2 p.m. I'll come back and bring you the Sports Daily. My name is Mutala Yakubu.